If you know me personally, it would not be any surprise to you that I'm extremely pro-marriage. I love my marriage, I love marriage in general. I think it's a great idea and a wonderful, beautiful concept. It is because of that that I watch movies about relationships and that have something to say about marriage with a keen eye, an interest in what do they have to say about it? What do they have to say about the importance of that relationship, or if it matters, or why it matters, and to kind of dissect that. The 5-year engagement definitely has something to say about the idea of marriage and what it is and what it means. And maybe we'll get into that in a second. But first, let's talk about the movie in general. It stars Jason Segel, who sometimes I want to call Jason Segal and pretend that he is the son of Steven Seagal. Not the case, it's actually Segel, I believe. And Emily Blunt, and I have to tell you right off the bat, they are charming in this movie. In fact, if the movie succeeds, which I think it ultimately does, it is on the wit and charm of these two actors. They play good together and they play good separately, and they both understand how to find emotion even in the humor, how to be real and how to feel authentic on the screen. And I think that carries this movie more than anything else. Good writing, there's some great dialogue in it, but it is the charm of these two leads where the movie ultimately succeeds, I believe. It is a story of a couple who fall in love, and he proposes, and that initial proposal scene is charming and fun and witty and interesting, and something I don't know that I've seen necessarily, a proposal like that before. And then because of circumstance and things happen, they put off marriage, they stay engaged, they maybe aren't engaged, and then they're engaged again. They have this journey love story that happens throughout this movie, as seen in the title, the 5-year engagement. And I won't tell you necessarily where or how it ends, but I will say it is a compelling look at the ins and outs of what a real committed relationship can look like. And it is raw in some places, very raw. In fact, the movie does not shy away from real issues that couples deal with, and I should also mention earns its R rating for a lot of the language and the way that it deals with it. But in all of that, it seems that it has something to say about how you make that decision, how you decide who you are going to commit to for the rest of your life, and what does that look like, and do you make that commitment? And ultimately, I was not only intrigued by what it had to say, but I felt like it resonated with me where it landed in a lot of ways. Now, having said that, did I agree with everything about what it had to say about marriage and relationships? And absolutely not. Certainly there were many parts that didn't resonate with me, but overall I think the foundation was fairly secure in what it had to say and how it resonated with me as being a pro-marriage person and somebody who looks at marriage as an important thing. It's funny, it's clever, and as I said, the lead actors are absolutely charming. And I should mention that it is at times laugh out loud funny. There are some scenes in this movie that really deserve kind of extra credit for how funny they are. And a lot of that has to do with the surrounding cast, who you will recognize a lot from Thursday night comedies. I mean, there's a couple members of The Office that are in supporting roles. One of the main supporting roles is one of the guys from Parks and Rec. And it's kind of interesting to see all these characters, or these actors, I should say, in a new situation like this. So again, 5-year engagement, didn't agree with it across the line, but it meant enough to me and was funny enough that I came away thinking it was a decent movie.